All right, today, actually the last 3 or 4 weeks, we have been doing the Israelites are at a mountain called Mount Sinai. Everybody say Mount Sinai. When they first got there, God gave them the 10 Commandments. Then we'll do some talking here for a little while. You can ask me questions in a little while. They got the 10 Commandments. They got the 10 rules for the way they need to live. And then they also messed up and worshipped the golden calf. Good thing or bad thing? Last week, Moses saw the glory of God, actually saw his back. And then when he went back to the camp, what did his face look like? Like it did in a microwave or something, right? Or really glowy. Could the people look at his face? No, they're like, Moses, dude, turn off the flashlight face. What? And they put something over his face so that way they can see him. Well, today, while Moses was up talking to God, they're hanging out on top of the mountain. God says to Moses, you know, this mountain thing is really fun. We can't stay in the mountain forever. You guys have got to go to that land, you know? So I can't keep meeting with you on top of the mountain here. We got to build a spot for me so I can hang out with you guys, because one of the major keys is his presence. Exactly. He wants to be with his people all the time. So he's like, here's what I need. I need you to build me a tent. Moses is like, they didn't call it a tent then, they called it a tabernacle. Tabernacle means a tent, basically, a portable sanctuary. Now, down the end of this hallway is where the big people, the adults, have their adult church service in what's called the sanctuary. Can you pick that up and move that up to Barnes or Ashland or on the Chippewa Flowage or anywhere else? No, it's kind of permanent, right? And when they built that, they put cement and nails, and they made it so that way it didn't move. So that's called a permanent sanctuary. Well, God says, I don't want it permanent. I want it to be portable. I want to be able to pull up the stakes and move. And so God gave them really specific instructions, gave Moses, of how exactly, to the foot, actually back in those days it was cubits, which is the length of your elbow to the top of your finger, middle finger, put your hand up like this. See how your middle finger sticks up a little bit more? And see where your elbow is, right there? Right? That is called a cubit. A cubit. Can you say cubit? Remember? A cubit. That's how we measure it. All right, we're going to watch a video real quick about the tabernacle. Now, this video will show you, kind of visually, walking you through the tabernacle. All right, so here we go. Lights down. Lights.
At night, the presence of God would appear as a pillar of fire to direct them and protect them. And by day, it would appear as a pillar of cloud. God is holy. Nothing unclean or anyone with sin can exist in the presence of God. So a separation was created to keep the sin of the people apart from the holiness of God. This outer curtain was the beginning of that separation. No one harboring sin could pass through it, and the sole purpose in going beyond its borders was to seek atonement or the forgiveness of sins. We will begin at the east gate, a curtain skillfully woven of blue, purple, and scarlet, and then finely twisted in linen. Entering into the courtyard, we come to the place where the first step in meeting with God was taken. In the understanding of the seemingly cruel sacrifices comes the beauty of forgiveness and a position of right standing with God. God required daily sacrifices to be made, continually confirming the covenant between himself and the people. These sacrifices and offerings would be a pleasing aroma, an offering made to the Lord by fire for generations to come. This burnt offering is to be made entrance to the tent of meeting before the Lord. There I will meet with you and speak to you. There also I will meet with the Israelites, and the place will be consecrated by my glory. Next, we see a large basin of water placed strategically between the brazen altar and the tent of meeting. The laver was a vessel of physical and symbolic cleansing for the priests in their service before the Lord. It was absolutely essential that they were to be clean before beginning the process of meeting with their holy God. Once again, we come to a place of further separation and increasing holiness, for only the priests would enter into the tent of meeting to tend to the tasks inside. Closed off from the outside world, the single source of light for the holy place came from the 7 lamps atop the golden lampstand. The combined light of these oil lamps would reflect well off the walls, since they were covered completely with gold. The ambient glow of the lampstand would illumine across the room to the table of showbread. On this table were kept 12 loaves of fresh bread, one for each tribe, as a continual reminder of man's need for God's provision. This offering of bread was called the bread of presence, since it was kept before God's presence. Since the desert was not a source of abundant food, God provided all the food the Israelites needed to sustain them. The table of showbread, then, represented an offering to God. They would give an offering of their first fruits from the abundance that He had provided. It was a thanks offering, expressing gratitude for God's abundant blessings. The altar of incense represented the need for the prayers of the people to be continuously directed upwards toward God, and that those same prayers would be received by God as a sweet aroma and be pleasing to His ear. Beyond the altar of incense was the Holy of Holies. This dwelling place of God was so solemn and set apart that the veil would only be opened once a year. It was then that the high priest would meet with God. Pushing back the veil reveals the article above which this most holy meeting would occur. The Ark of the Covenant. Stored inside the ark were 3 very important reminders of the people's relationship with God. Each one reminded the Israelites of having learned a specific lesson from God. The value in keeping these 3 items was to build a remembrance of God's provision and direction for His children. Since the desert could not produce enough food for all the people, God provided a special food for them every morning, manna. 6 days of every week, they collected this heaven-sent food. The Israelites had received this manna faithfully each morning for 40 years as an enduring testimony. A golden pot filled with manna was kept inside the ark. Inside the golden pot was an omar's worth of manna, or 1 day's portion. The difficulties of life in the desert became a heavy toll for many of the Israelites. They even revolted against the leaders God had chosen for them. Yet, God proved to them that He had chosen their leader. The sign for this was Aaron's rod that had miraculously budded, flowered, and bore almonds all in one night. This was their reminder to not complain against the Lord's chosen. The best known of the reminders kept inside the ark were the 2 stone tablets engraved with the 10 Commandments. These tablets contained the primary rules they were to live by, which would protect and govern them. God would also use these to examine their faithfulness and commitment to following Him. It is here, just above the cover to the Ark of the Covenant, also known as the mercy seat, here in this space where the cherubim have set their full attention, that God's presence would appear to and meet with the high priest on a specified day, and then only once a year. The Holy of Holies had no lampstand, no artificial light was permitted. Here in this place, where the immortal God would meet with mortal man, the only light came from the powerful purity found in the presence of God. God told Moses that this earthly tabernacle was a model of the true one in heaven.
All right. So the tabernacle is 50 cubits long or wide. That's 75 feet. And it's 100 cubits long, which is 150 feet. That's half the size of a football. All right. And inside, so you walk through the east gate, and then you see the altar where they burn stuff. The laver or the sink where they wash their hands. And then this area is like 10 cubits, which is 15 feet by, that's 20 plus 10. 30, and then that's 30 cubits, so it's 45 feet long. So it's pretty long. So as soon as you walk in this area, there's the Table of Showbread where there's bread, because Jesus is the bread of life, right? Oh, Jesus. Candlestick is where the light is. And then where's the incense at? Right there? Okay. Right here somewhere is the incense where the prayers of God, the incense, smokes, and that goes up to God's nose, and he smells our prayers. Pretty cool, huh? The only people that could go inside the tabernacle were Levites, or the priests. The only people that could go inside the Holy of Holies were certain kind of priests. There was only one person who could go in the Holy of Holies, and that was the high. And they could only go in there once a year, and that was on the Day of Atonement. Guess who hung out in that room? Was he like always hiding in there, or he wanted to go and say hi to people? Did he know what was going on in other places and stuff? Yeah, he's God, right? Can a room contain God? Can a room contain God?
No. Yes.
No. Right. No. Well, why do you think we put God in a whoops? Hit the wrong button. Why do you think we put God put himself in a room with big, really thick curtains around it? OT?
Because many persons saw things.
Yeah. I mean, you got the God of the universe hanging out in your camp. If you saw him, you'd be toast. Is that exciting? Yeah, no? It's like a nuclear bomb going off in the middle of your camp. It'd be like a nuclear bomb sitting right up here on stage. And we're all like, hi! What if that thing went off? We'd be, everybody? Toast! Actually, we'd be nothing. Kind of incinerated itself. So having God in the camp was kind of like having a very powerful weapon around. Here's the interesting thing, guys. Is that God had very specific lengths and ways to make everything in this whole thing. Because in Hebrews, in the book of Hebrews, we learn that the earthly tabernacle is a copy of the heavenly tabernacle, where God actually does reside. That's trivia. So God made a kind of an imitation copy for us to kind of know what it looked like. Oh, one more thing before we go outside. I did the high priest would go in there once a year, and tradition was, the high priest, if he didn't ask for forgiveness, and if he had like even one little thing wrong, the last 2.5 weeks, I did not shave. I just let my hair grow on my face. I thought it was really fun. My wife told me I needed to shave it off, so I did this morning. It took me like 10 minutes, I finally got it off. But I noticed this morning when I came to church and I was washing my hands in the bathroom, I missed a spot. Right there. Do you see it? It's kind of white. It's really hard to see. Right there. And I was like, looking in the mirror going, oh man. Alex, no. Well, I can't. And so, if the priest had one blemish, missed one, you guys can't see it very much, can you? No, it's really hard to see. Okay. Lady, can you see it? Yeah, it's very hard to see, though, isn't it? If the priest had one little thing that he missed, he goes in the Holy of Holies. What happens, OT? Oh, he's toast, right? And what they would do is they would tie a chain around his leg, whoever, the high priest, and if they heard a thud or some guy going toast, they would drag him out. Because no one could go in there after him, right? So they would. Is it important to be without blemish or spot before God? Is it important to protect the camp from a nuclear bomb hanging out inside of this Holy of Holies? Do you think we are being protected by God here? Oh, yes. Is God somebody that we should fear all the time? Like, oh no, he's going to go off. All right, now outside, I actually taped off and spray painted an area 75 feet wide and 150 feet long. It's huge. And what I did is I put on each of the corners, I put little noodles, like swim noodles, to show you where the corners are. Okay? And then same thing where the Holy of Holies is, I kind of put, kind of see. What we're going to do when we go out there is we're going to give you guys 5 or 6 pencils. Okay? We're actually going to give you pencils. You need to stab the ground with pencils. Here's what I want you to do. Not this section, but these really long sections. It says, see this? 60 pillars. I didn't make pillars, but you're going to make pillars with your pencils. Okay? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to pass out pencils here. So grab there might be enough for everybody to have 10 pencils. We're not going to count. We just want you to, down this whole line, we're going to stab there, and you'll see where the painted stuff is, all right? So go grab a pencil.
Putting them all in there.
Watch out! Watch out!
Friday, Saturday. I was wondering if you could tell that. Why didn't you tell another day?
Yeah, that's always Yeah.
No, it's getting farther.
Come over here! All right.
Okay, hey guys, listen up. So you're standing in right now the holy place. This is where the lampstand was, and what else is in there? The table, the bread thing, and then what other one? No, not the candlestick one. Well, that was the incense one, yes. And now come in this room, right? Everybody cram in this room. See if we can get everybody in the holy of holiest place.
I'm gonna try to get in here. Get out in here. We're getting toasted. You aren't toasted.
Okay, so this is where so as you can see, we can all fit in here. So somewhere in here the ark was and stuff. It is a huge tabernacle. Look out where the little pencil sticks are. And then look where the end is over there where the